So Siamat helping to take down Caligos here. And we are slowly taking back control of this game. Inferno indeed. However, the puzzle box. The RNG clearly in his favour. We take a Soulfire to the face. Now we have Alex Straza in hand for healing back to 15, but unfortunately for us, he's got 8 damage there. Would we get a taunt here? No, that's unfortunate too. And given that he's not swinging immediately for 8, it makes me think that maybe he doesn't realise. Perhaps he doesn't see it. Maybe he'll just play a minion and pass, and then we win the game from there. Or is he just toying with me? I think he's toying with me. I think this is BM. Yeah, he sees it now. He's woken up. And it's really, really unfortunate. Okay, let's just look at how this deck is supposed to be played.
Flesh for steel!
You face Jaraxxus, Eredar Lord of the Burning League.
You face Jaraxxus. It's been so long, and I'm so overjoyed that I'm able to play Jaraxxus again. One of my favourite cards in the entire game, from the early days of Hearthstone. And in the context of this game against a Demon Hunter, he got our health down. But we were able to recover, get a taunt on board, play Jaraxxus, heal up to 15, and now we have a stream of massive threats on the way. Oh, and fancy that, we have lifesteal on board. That's pretty big. So he's going to try and burst me down. Can he do 15 damage in a given turn? That's what it comes down to. Well, we can bring some demons back to life. That's always good, right?
Servants of the Black Harvest.
Oh, and an Inferno for good measure. So, healing, taunt, a weapon, big demons. What more could you want? Unfortunately, we don't get an opportunity to play our golden Zazaku there, but that's fine. I'm happy with this board. And Priestess of Fury usually would be very good if we didn't have a board full of minions. So, pretty sweet win there. Gets the Demon Hunter. So what deck am I playing today? I am playing Skawhomp's, I hope I've pronounced your name correctly, Skawhomp's Highlander Warlock, featuring Lord Jaraxxus, of course. And yes, being a Highlander deck, single copies of your cards. This deck has a mixture of AoE, it's got some healing in terms of Nether Breath, the Anasi Broodmother, you have Alex Straza. Jaraxxus, of course, is a heal to 15, essentially. There's Kartut Defender. So in addition to AoE and healing, you've got Dragon Synergy in this deck as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Sense Demons to draw some big demons. I like this deck. I really, really do. My win rate with it isn't particularly great, but it's actually one of the most fun standard mode decks I've played this year. So for that reason, I'm going to continue playing it. Maybe my playstyle is incorrect. Maybe I don't know how to mulligan correctly. There are those considerations that I have to think about. Three of my favourite things about this deck then. Zazaku the Warped. Whenever your hero takes damage, summon a 6/6 Nether Drake. There are different ways to damage your hero in this deck, whether it's Hellfire, whether it's, I don't know, attacking with the Jaraxxus weapon. There's different ways to do that damage and to keep summoning that stream of 6/6 Nether Drakes. Valdris Felgorge. Draw 4 cards. Increase your hand size. That is value. So I love that. And of course, everyone's favourite hero power, Inferno. The 6/6 body on the board. If you can get those down one after another, maybe you could just out-pressure your opponent. Even with your Jaraxxus at 15 health, you could just trade the minions into whatever your opponent has got on their side of the board. Okay.
Embrace the chaos.
So our first game is against a warrior. Now, warriors play weapons, right? So Swampoos, pretty reasonable to mulligan. Oh, to keep, sorry, I should say. To keep in the mulligan. Alright. So, standard mode warrior. What are you all about? Oh, armor up and pass. We like that. We like opponents that take things nice and slow.
There is so much untapped power in this world.
Okay, what have you got? Armor up and pass again?
I'll show you who's boss.
Oh, okay. It's the do damage, gain tons of armor warrior, whatever it's called. That was an interesting investment. He needed 2 cards to take down my minion, so I'll take that. Chaos Gazer. I'm a big fan of this card. Hopefully, whatever it has targeted is a card he can't play this turn. Oh, damn. That's really unfortunate.
That was a mistake.
It turns out that was a card he could play on that turn, and it was a very good card as well. It's a card that draws him cards. But sometimes Chaos Gazer can target something they can't play, something very expensive. A combo piece, perhaps? And in that sense, it is pretty good.
What a lovely day.
Alright, we have board control. This feels pretty good. Oh, there's a weapon. There's a weapon, finally. And not only that, it's a weapon that appears to be buffed, so we get even more value from our acidic Swampoos.
Right in my trap.
What a lovely day.
So we just need to get to our late game turns, turn 8, turn 9 and beyond, to play Alex Straza, to be able to play the other Alex Straza, to play Zazaku if we draw him, Twisting Nether if we need to clear the board, Enhanced Dreadlord if we draw him. Those late game turns, turns 8 and beyond, can be incredibly powerful. There's our prime, so maybe that's something we can just drop on turn 8. Not sure how much value we get from it though.
Right in my trap.
What a lovely day.
Interestingly, his health total is lower than ours at this point in the game. That's pretty good to know.
Clear the path.
Alright, he's making his big comeback. Clearing the board.
Double time and
Oh, he wants the bomb. Interesting. Alright. So, Rain of Fire doesn't clear everything. We'll create another bomb and leave the 3/2 on the board. Okay, that worked out really, really well for me. 1 damage to the minion, only 2 damage to my face. We do need to think about our health total now. We're down to 17. Now in response, we do have Kartuk Defender, so we can heal up. We have Alexstrasza, we can heal back to 15 later if needed. Oh wow, he tanks 5 damage. Oh, you can kill it. Still, tanks 5 damage. Doesn't target my face. Quite happy with that result. Okay. 5 attack on board is pretty annoying. So let's see if Kartuk Defender can actually help us here. Dragon Queen Alexstrasza on 9 could be incredibly powerful for us. We may discover a taunt. We may find a dragon that heals us as well. I have faith. I have faith in Alexstrasza. You should all have faith in her. She's a Dragon Queen.
I challenge you to
Oh wow. Warble Challenger. I'd love to see that card played on Wild. Be pretty funny. Oh god, he's buffed it up. Alright, so let's see what we get. Oh, we get some AoE. Isn't that useful? Okay, we have a really threatening board now. He needs to work hard to clear this board, which means he's going to leave my face alone. That's the best you can hope for, I think, in this situation.
I'll show you who's boss.
He may feel confident being able to generate lots of armor and being able to hide behind that armor, but once the big dragons come down, once the big demons come down, they'll just shred that armor, especially quickly.
Drink your blood. Eat your blood. For the Lord Chief.
He's running himself out of cards and resources here. Interesting. Very interesting. So that was his final push, perhaps? So we have options here, interestingly. Different ways we can deal with the board. But I like this. I think this is fine.
Look what I brought.
Yeah, 4-4. Sure. Whatever.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
I could have ordered that better. Got a bigger taunt demon.
Eat your flesh.
Still, I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things. Honestly. Both of his brutes have been played. What else am I fearing then from his deck in terms of big threats? Particularly now that I've drawn a taunt. And this taunt will die, it'll give me lifesteal. And after that, we just win, right? We just win.
Drink up me
Tempo greenskin? Sure. This is a really awkward trade for him. He has to double trade. That's so sad. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. So the real power, the power of this deck is in that late game.
Knights of the Black Harvest!
If you could survive beyond turn 8 or turn 9, you could start making these big power plays and slowly claw your way back into the game, exhaust your opponent of threats, put up these taunts, put up the lifesteal, draw the AoE,
This is the end of
and that's it.
What must be done? Hide behind your circles. I will still find you.
Is that lethal? No, it's not. Altruist can't charge. Oh dear. For a moment, I thought Kane worked like what's that card called that hunters used to play? Tundra Rhino.
Well played.
Giving everything else charge. Anyway, that's not lethal. But maybe Alex can find it for me.
Life and hope are worth fighting.
No, it's not lethal.
My dream is your
But my dream is your nightmare. Ysera Unleashed, my favourite card in the game. And we heal to 15.
Away, intruder!
Again. So, the secret to winning with this deck. Just keep healing to 15 with Alexstrasza, a second Alexstrasza, Lord Jaraxxus. Just keep healing. You win the game. It's that simple. Now there's a second silence effect. But it's too late.
Gul'dan versus Gul'dan.
Okay, let's look at our final game.
Your soul shall be mine! I am your nightmare!
So, a Warlock here I'm going to assume would be, what? A Galakron Warlock, maybe? This is not the opening hand you want to see. I'd really like a... ooh, it's a Quest Warlock. I'd really like to see Nether Breath. I'd really like to see Sense Demons. A couple of other 2-drops would be nice. Zephyrus, maybe. Hellfire would be good. We're drawing all our... oh, there's Hellfire. Ask and you shall receive. We're drawing all of our late game. Twilight Drake is going to be really helpful, and this is the first time where I actually get proper value on a Twilight Drake. Or reasonable value. It's not going to be full value, but it's going to be reasonable.
There is so much untapped power in this world.
Ah. Okay. So he plays demons too. How interesting. But he also plays the quest. Sense Demons could be awkward here. If we play it, we end up with 10 cards. But we can't actually play that 2-drop. So that's pretty decent. So we've got the summoner next turn, maybe. Oh my goodness, why did you tap? It was a mistake. A really interesting mistake.
Extraordinary.
I feel bad for him. He must have miscounted, bless him. Right, 9-9. That's what I'm talking about. Up to this point, my summoner hasn't been able to summon anything. particularly big. But getting the 9/9 here, I think, is wonderful. We could have done 9 to the face by trading the 2 attack minions and playing the Mortal Coil. We could have done 9 to the face, but I guess I just want to protect the 2/2 as well. Keep the 2/4 healthy. Value their presence on the board, maybe. Okay, too bad. Damn. Oh, he lost his summoner. That's interesting. Wow. What an entrance. Golden Suzaku. So he lost his summoner. Chaos Gazer actually, for the first time, really has paid off for me. Feels pretty good. Oh wow, the end is coming. Are you really going to screw me over here with that Doomsayer?
Endless suffering.
Feels bad. Feels rude. So what's the way around this? Is there a way around this? Am I missing something here? Could Hellfire... If we Hellfire, we damage our own face. We summon a 6/6. Oh! And we can rush. Okay. This feels good. Our Golden Dragon is protected by a taunt. I mean, a one-attack taunt that isn't going to kill anything significant.
I found a new source of
Yeah, it's not killing a Dreadlord, but for now, it's protected. Oh, if I do this, if we deal 1 damage AoE, Rain of Fire, we get another dragon. We lose a dragon, we get another dragon. I think that's a fair trade-off.
I am only more deadly.
Although, how do we kill the 5/5? I'm not trading into that. We want to protect Suzaku as best as we can. Did I miss face attacks there? I think I missed face attacks. Whoops. Misplays. Oh dear. You know what I blame for that misplay? I blame Golden Suzaku. I was too busy staring at the Golden Dragon in awe that I misplayed. Although he still can't kill it. So if we keep tapping, keep generating 6/6s. So far, those 6/6s have done a lot of work for us. Oh, I forgot that a taunt comes out of that. Oh, that's awkward.
There is so much untapped power in this world.
Do we want to tap here? This is the question.
I found a new source of power.
Maybe not for now. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe getting this 5/7 taunt on the board is just better. Yeah. Probably not played that last turn the most efficient way, but it's fine, honestly. Please don't kill Suzaku. Good. Okay, we get the Prime shuffled into our deck. That's a big deal. Alright, it kills a Zaku, but look, the trade-off, we get the 6/6. I am absolutely fine with that. And now, one of the key ways of winning with this deck.
Blood for blood.
Unexpected Alexstrasza. Push, ridiculous damage to the face. He's down to 4. Next turn, Nether Breath can finish him off. Although, to be honest, I'd really want Jaraxxus to win us the game. I mean, does he have a way of clearing? We've seen Twisting Nether. He's not a Highlander deck because, as you can see on the left, he has played double card-top Defender. But what tricks does he have up his sleeve? Does he have a taunt? I really want to play Jaraxxus. Please let me play Jaraxxus. Come on.
Winds of the south.
Okay, that's fine. Let me guess. Divine Shield and Taunt. It's not going to save you, my friend. It's not going to save you. There are different ways to get through this. We have the Nether Breath, we have the Scale Rider. But the only way to get through this taunt, and to do it in style, is to play Lord Jaraxxus, for sure.
You face Jaraxxus, Eredar Lord of the burning.
You face Jaraxxus. I'll never get tired of saying that. Although, I won't attempt to mimic the laugh. No, the laugh I just can't do. Jaraxxus does it in way too much style. I wouldn't be able to pull it off. So, Skawhomp's Highlander Warlock deck with Lord Jaraxxus. Ladies and gentlemen, this deck is ridiculously fun to play. I have lost more games than I have won with this deck, but I think that says more about me than the deck. I think it says that my playstyle isn't where it needs to be. Maybe my mulligan technique is not where it needs to be, and maybe I'm not making some of the right decisions. But on the whole, it's the most fun standard deck I have played all year, just because Lord Jaraxxus is in the deck. If there is a way to fit in a little bit more healing in this deck, I'd be interested to see what else could be included. I'm thinking of cards like Sunfury Protector, because in the late game, when you've got significant threats on the board, like Alexstrasza, or a couple of 6/6s, Infernals from Jaraxxus, being able to play Sunfury on them can just mean the difference between winning and losing, because remember, as Jaraxxus, you are at 15 health max. So having some extra taunts on the board could really be a difference maker. I mean, you do have other taunts in this deck. It's just that maybe you've not drawn into them. So increasing your opportunities of taunting up stuff on the board and protecting your face, I think is a worthy thing to consider. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give me a subscribe, I'd be very grateful. And I'll see you all again very soon, as always, for more Hearthstone fun.